Mauricio, on May 7th, you're scheduled to take on Frankie Gomez. The original plan was to fight Lucas Matisse, but that fell through. What was your reaction when you were offered Frankie?
Frankie, I was excited. Hey, Matisse didn't work out. I figured, hey, keep me on that card. Find somebody. I didn't know who they're going to find me. You know, it's not too many fighters out there that they can get in the Golden Boy stable. And I didn't even think about it, and I wasn't even thinking Frankie Gomez, you know. Prospect, undefeated. Thought they would give him a little more time. And they mentioned Frankie, and man, I was just excited as when they mentioned Matisse. So as long as I'm fighting on a big stage, somebody undefeated, it's going to give the people a great show for that fight.
Like you mentioned, he is an undefeated top prospect. He's trained by Freddie Roach. What do you see in his style that you can exploit?
You know, he's an aggressive fighter. Right? I mean, I do good with aggressive fighters. I mean, Ruslan Provodnikov, another fighter I fought, was aggressive. Danny was aggressive, a little bit smart aggressive. So I figured him out. I think Gomez has a lot of things that I feel we can capitalize on. I don't want to say too much. I know he's probably hearing every single interview that I'm doing. So, but I see a lot of things that I know I could be able to capitalize on.
The fight's taking place at 146 pounds. He's been known in the past for missing weight. How do you feel about moving up?
I feel good. You know, I've been doing 140 for a long time. I can still do it. I wanted to try it. Well, actually, they offered me 147 for Matisse, so that's how that came about. Matisse fell through. I said I kept my mind at 147. I said let's give it a go. Frankie Gomez actually wanted it at 140. You know, we pushed him to 147, and so they took that fight. So I mean, being he never made 140, they said. I don't know why he would want it there. You know, at 146, hey, I'm helping the guy out there. So it should be a fun fight. He should be able to make that weight, and everything should be set to go.
Are you feeling stronger? Are you feeling like you have more energy now that the fight is going up in weight?
Yeah, definitely, especially today with the sparring. You know, I feel real good and strong, and we still got 3-4 weeks left. And I think I'm going to be much stronger in this fight, and I think you'll be able to see a little more power this time.
You get this victory on May 7th. Who do you want after this?
You know, there's a lot of names out there, especially 147 now. If it's at 140, you know, there's Crawford there. I think he's the only one that I could probably fight at 140. All the other names have moved up. So 147, there's a lot. I don't know if they'll be able to make it with another Danny Garcia rematch. I think people would like to see that. He is the champion. Go for that. Or, you know, Jessie Vargas just won a title. That'll be a great fight also. There's plenty of fights out there for me. So whatever Golden Boy wants to do, as long as it's a big fight, I'll take it. Mentioning
Danny Garcia, does what happened in Puerto Rico still wear on you? Do you still think about what happened, that you got robbed when you fought him?
No, not at all. That's in the past. You know, even at that time, I wasn't real bitter about it. I mean, I think some of the fans were more upset than I was, you know. But I know there's some days I thought about it and it got to me. But for the most part, everybody's positive. I'm positive. So, no, I don't even think about that fight. I would love another crack at Danny, of course. You know, let the fans, you know, finish that off. You know, they can clear their heads. You know, but that doesn't bother me. I'm looking ahead at other fights, and I know that's still a possibility in the future.
You were robbed in Puerto Rico, and most, if not all, had you beating Benavidez as well. How do you feel about the way your career has gone the last few years? Because it seems that you keep hitting roadblocks.
Yeah, you know what, I do. I've been, you know, there've been some bad judging in my career, but that don't slow me down. I don't really care about that. I keep going. They're still giving me opportunities. I mean, it's not like they're pushing me down. Even like the Benavidez loss, you know, they still put me in another fight, you know, on HBO. So even now, to this day, look, I'm fighting Frankie Gomez on T-Mobile, new arena in Vegas, on the Canelo undercard. So I mean, that's a big stage. I mean, if anything, they keep giving me opportunity because I think they know, promoters know, the fans know that I won these fights. So I'm right in the lines, and they keep throwing me bigger names. So couldn't ask for more.
Is this a do or die fight for you?
No, it's never a do or die for me. I don't care what happened, what outcome. You can never guarantee a win, of course. But, hey, I would have been hanging him up a long time ago at my first robbery back in Showbox with Mike Anchondo, which a lot of people don't even know about that one. And a lot of fighters would have got discouraged from that, you know. But that keeps me going. At least there's a buzz about me as getting robbed. So I ain't the biggest knockout puncher. So a robbery is something I think people will grab onto, grab some attention on me. And so no, it's never a do or die. I keep on fighting. I have a lot of fight in me. So
You mentioned, you know, you have a lot of fight in you. Even though you keep hitting all these roadblocks, you keep going at it. What's motivating you to stay in the sport of boxing?
You know, I don't know. I just maybe back in my mind, I feel like I still haven't been dominated or defeated. You know, within myself. You know, every fight that I had, I felt I could have done a little better, or maybe that at the timing of the fight wasn't good. So I truly feel I have a lot to give. I can still fight. I have a lot of energy. That's why they keep throwing me these prospects, and hey, I keep knocking them down. So I have a lot of fight in me. I always think positive. I have a great family that keeps me positive too, and the fans. A lot of comments from the fans. That all, just everything all together keeps me going.
Now, you mentioned you're on the undercard of the Canelo fight. He's facing Amir Khan, who's also going up in weight that night. What are your thoughts on that fight?
It's an interesting fight. I think Khan is going to make it an interesting fight, but I think Canelo is going to be a little aggressive and end up catching Khan and get the victory.
Have you seen how big Khan has gotten? Have you seen those pictures?
I seen pictures. I didn't know if they were real or not. He looks like a light heavyweight, so I don't know if they seem like they're photoshopped, but if he's that big, I don't know if speed's going to be a problem. But, hey, if he's big and he's tough, let's see what another Khan on a Herrera weight will look. You know, you never know.
You never know. Mauricio, you get this victory May 7th. It puts you in the mix at the welterweight division. Best of luck to you.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Supreme.